entering the Chaka verse. Chaka Crypto. Welcome to the Chaka verse. He out speaking Chaka facts, I'm out speaking Chaka words. We out making Chaka raps, we call this the Chaka verse. No, I can't help you cop the bag, but I can help you do research. So come and join the Chaka pack, explore the Chaka universe.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Chaka Crypto. This is a Chakaverse where we cover crypto news, NFTs, the metaverse, and everything in between. And today, you can see down below our special guest. We got Baby Alien Division coming to keep us updated on what's going on with the baddies. I got Pirate J in the backstage. Let me say what's up to the chat really quick. Queen in the house first. She is here. LFG, appreciate you guys being here. Jay saying what's up to Queen. You got Eddie T in the house. What's going on, Eddie? How's everything going? Appreciate you guys. Let's go and see what we got. We got Josh Mason saying, yo, what's going on, Josh? Appreciate you being here. And without further ado, let's go ahead and bring up our guest for today. Hey, you there? Hey, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. You hear me?
Oh yeah. How's everything going?
Good. Been busy. Crazy busy day so far.
Oh, I can tell. You got a quite or a slight little lag on your video, but I can hear your audio just fine.
Okay.
Cool.
Let me know if I need to update anything.
Oh no, it's all good. It's been a minute since I have you on the channel, man. I think the last time I had you on was I think Iker was dropping.
Yeah, I think we were on once after that, but it's been a bit. I think it was before the new year, I do believe.
Yeah, I think so. It's always
I ended up with a bunch of health issues and stuff like that I had to deal with, and I'm still dealing with. I'm on disability, so I had to get my feet back under me, and then I decided to kick in another gear and take advantage of. I'm probably going to have the year off, so you're going to see a lot of me going forward.
Hey, that's all good, man. It's all good. How are you feeling?
Good. I've got some back issues, so I feel good.
Oh.
I just sore.
Yeah. And then Queen says, the beard. Yeah, you are. Look at you. You're all cleaned up.
I shaved it. I had to clean it up because I was growing a full beard. I'm like, no, that's not happening. That's just not me.
Yeah. There is a slight delay on the camera. If you want, sometimes it helps if you jump out and then jump back in, it will update itself. That's the way. All right, I'll pull up your guys' Twitter. And this is the Baby Alien Division Twitter. It's at @bad__NFTs. Really like this project. This is one of my top NFT projects. Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, you just had to jump out, jump back in. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Cool. So, I mean, if you don't mind, let's get right into it. What has changed? I mean, what is new? I know there's a lot going on, and we can touch on whatever you like.
Since I decided to kind of refocus my energy and stuff like that, and step back into this full time and see what I can do with it, we were taking a look. I mean, I've been talking with Legend quite a bit on the phone and stuff like that on direction, and Hotch has been working on trying to finish off the legendaries and getting all that for it, and like the minted kind of slowed down, so we decided to refocus things. We separated the collection and decided to cut the mint off at 3,500. That's the OG collection. So the first 3,500 of the collection is now going to be the OG collection. When it comes to the reward system, when we kick in the roadmap, it's going to get a higher percentage of rewards than the rest of the collection. And then we're going to relaunch 6,000. So we're only being 9,500 of the 10,000 that we had planned, but 6,000 are going to be relaunched on OpenSea. I already submitted everything. I put everything through. That's what my last day and a half has looked like. Getting in touch with them and getting involved with that monster. Finally got in touch and got everything submitted today, and waiting to hear back either today or tomorrow. I will have a date as soon as I get everything confirmed with them, but we're looking at March 10th. We're going to relaunch. We're going to kick things up in a higher gear, a lot faster, a lot harder, and I do believe at the end of this week we're going to have a date on our roadmap as well. So that's going to be set in stone. We should have everything figured out. The legendaries that were up to 3,500 are already done. Those are going to be released this week. So
Okay, wow.
we got a lot of things moving.
So the 3,500, those are all OGs now.
Yeah. So
OG
we
baddies.
set that up as it's no different than our original baby aliens on Crow, right? We nicknamed those the OG collection, everything else. We're going to run everything we do on the Cronos side. With BAD in general, they benefit. So we decided to do the same thing with the first 3,500 of these, right? We got 3,333 on the Crow side. We're looking to launch a Gen 2 over there when we're done with ETH. Well, not done, but when we finish up this part of ETH, we decided to why not have a 3,500 piece collection to kind of match that. That's where we were at, so that's where we decided to go.
Nice. Let me say what's up with the chat. I'm trying to get more people here. Oh, well, appreciate you, Queen. Appreciate you. Waddy, what is going on? Waddy the Crypto Hunter in the house. If you guys have not,
And I noticed,
go ahead.
because I'm sitting on a computer now, I'm not actually on my phone. I
Uh-huh.
pulled you up, and my apologies, I wasn't subscribed to your channel. I am now.
Oh,
I
hey.
didn't realize that wasn't. It doesn't come up on the phone, right? Like when I click on that StreamYard, I don't see that. So I clicked
Hey.
on it to get on the computer this time. Like, wait a second, how am I not subscribed to this guy already?
That's awesome, man. Got me a new subscriber today. Well, welcome to the Chocoverse. Lazy
Yeah.
Jedi in the house. And if you guys haven't subscribed to Waddy or the Lazy Shaman Show, you guys need to go check that out. Great content. And Waddy saying, Chaka, what's going on, man? Okay, so the OGs now, that's what you're gonna call them, OG baddies. Are those gonna be stakeable on over here on the Galaxy Swap?
No. So part of the roadmap and everything else, like we're still going to put it as you're going to send it out on an adventure. You're still going to be able to get your minions and stuff like that, like we initially planned. The staking that's going to come for them is later down the road when they're staking for the rewards for the non-monetized token. The way we have it set up is initially, well, and I mean, it's still going to run this way. We're just going to revise the details. We are revising that roadmap a little bit as well. But you're going to send your minion or your NFT out on an adventure, and depending on what it comes back with, that's what you're going to have. Like you can choose as a minion. It's still going to be the same way, where you can throw it back, go for another one next week, or you can decide to keep that one, burn the ichor, and put it on your NFT. Now, depending on the combination and stuff like that, it's going to earn you a certain amount of rewards when you go to the staking side of things, right? The way we
Okay,
have
yeah.
it set up. Now, the OGs are going to be able to do a little more, depending on their ID and everything else for having that 3,500, or being that first 3,500 of the mint. It is literally going to give you a more of more of a percentage on the reward side of things. So you're going to be able to earn more quicker, and you're going to be able to get to the bigger loot.
Oh, okay. Now, so it'll be through the website where you're going to be earning.
Yes.
For the OGs,
so
right?
the mint is only going to be on OpenSea. We're going to do everything else our own. So when we do launch on OpenSea, they do have an option where we can use their devs or we have our own. Of course, we have our own. He's already done all the legwork for it. We might as well give him the credit for it, right? So we're just going to choose to run everything ourselves on that side. We just needed some help and some more eyes on the mint. Coming from the Crow side, we didn't have a lot of exposure, so we're trying to take a different route.
Cool. We got let's see, we got Taz. If I say it wrong, man, I'm sorry. Tazzy Zig. What's going on? Appreciate you.
He's one of our very active members in the Discord and stuff, and he's always all over Twitter with us as well.
Oh, awesome. Appreciate him being here. Now, I've seen that you guys have some partnerships. I think it was Alteria.
Altera, yeah.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
Altera, I don't know a whole lot about their MMO game that they have going out, but they're a gaming platform, and they have an MMO game style set up, and from what I understand, it is everybody plays Fortnite and Call of Duty and all those other games, and World of Warcraft was another big one that you can compare it to. You buy skins and stuff like that, or you buy weapons, tools, whatever it is you need for your character. If you go to upgrade and buy other things, you just have that stuff in your inventory. Now you just upgraded it basically, right? Now picture being able to sell your old stuff. Like if you bought something new, you can trade in or sell your old stuff, right? That's what that game is planning to do in the end of it. So they're going to take Web 2 gaming and ram Web 3 down its throat. That is the plan. Now, inside of those, you jumped into ours because Bad has a faction in there. We're one of the only. Well, no, I shouldn't even say that because Draco Leopard Gang has theirs as well now. But we have the only. We were the first faction that was a project-led one. Wasn't just one of the members of Altera that threw one together. So what happens is that if we can build a strong enough faction, we have enough points coming in from that, we can also upgrade and buy something in the game. So like say we can buy a potion shop or something like that. Now people have to come to us to buy things. And that goes back to the faction, right? Bad has, I already own the domain name and stuff like that. So when they set up, because they got this other, I can't even remember which one it is, but they're setting it up so each faction is going to have their own wallet attached to it. We have ours, and that's going to be that's what we're setting up as far as being able to hold those rewards, and then we can start paying our members back that are part of the faction, part of the guild that we have running. And then I don't know
how do you join that guild?
So you got to jump into the Altera's Discord. You got to pick yourself a faction, and then they have a members pass that you have to pick up, right? And that gets you into everything. Now with the Bad faction, I don't know if you saw because you might have jumped in a little too early, but if you look at the news that's in there when you hop in there later on, I did set it up that the first 100 that jump into ours, NFT Dad, which is Josh Mason, that's in the chat, right? He designed a whole collection of 100 pieces, and we're giving them to the first 100 that join the faction.
Is that what your PFP is?
Yep. He designed that. I didn't do that. That's him. That's all him. He decided.
Yeah,
he decided to do a fun art piece, a 3D or AI piece of the BADDies, and some of them are actually pretty cool.
It looks pretty sick. You said it was a 100-piece collection for the first 100.
Yeah. I mean, we just picked up the 100-piece collection, and then so the idea is we're going to get our faction up. We're going to get things interested in moving and stuff like that. And once we get to a certain level. Stop it, girl. Once we get to a certain level that things are moving and we're doing well and we're bringing in enough rewards, we're going to token gate it. You're going to have to buy into the faction at that. So being in early is smart, right?
Okay. Yeah. So I joined the faction in the Discord.
Yep.
So what's the next step? I need to purchase one of their passes?
Yeah, one of the guild passes.
One of the guild passes. Cool.
I mean, you're part of the faction anyways. It's not like I'm going to boot you out of there. Like that's just not happening.
Yeah. No, but that looks really cool, man. I was wondering what that was because I've got so many things going on. It was kind of hard to stay up to date, with everything.
Okay, so and that itself is a Crow NFT. Now, and when you talk about like jumping into the past, there's a lot of people that don't want to just jump in and buy an NFT. Now, for what it is most of these games that they went and partnered with like 8 or 9 games or something like that. And there's more that's coming. So all of these games like Undead Blocks and all the other ones that they're partnered, these are Web3 games that are already active and running, and a lot of people play them. But you also have to pay to get into them. If you have this pass, the game is free.
Is the game up and going right now, or is that going to
be the game for Altera itself is not. It's a couple of years out. But they said that after the Mint brand, they're going. So there's an RPG game that's in there right now. It's just a Discord game, but they're bringing in an upgraded one that's a little more interactive and stuff like that. That they're bringing in, that's supposed to be coming here in the next week or so, for the past members that are already bought into it.
Nice. See, just from looking from the outside in and not really reading up on it on Twitter and everything, stay up to date like I should. Because I've bought so many of these baddies. I was like, is Baby Alien Division, are they making a game? I was kind of confused. No. So I was looking forward to the stream today.
We just got offered to partner in and setting up a faction and getting our people involved in it, right? Cool. And they all got whitelisted. So the first 24 hours of their mint, anybody that was in our faction and everything else got whitelisted.
Oh, nice. And we got Queen. She says, I'm back. Jason, I hope you and the family are well.
Yep, we're doing good.
Now
Get the hell out of here. Well, two dogs that were trying to get my attention.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I gotta lock them out of my room. When the new collection coming out for you got the OG baddies, and then you said you're gonna relaunch them on OpenSea. Are those gonna look different, or is it just
they're gonna be the same, higher numbers, and it's a 6,000 piece collection. It's gonna come. We're looking to get a lot more eyes on it, a lot more people involved. We're gonna look at and moving it a lot quicker, and depending on how fast the mint goes, we're looking to have that roadmap already rolled out, so it's already going. And we have the mint. We're aiming for the 10th. It's a Friday in March, 2.5 weeks from now. That is our goal. We're 99% sure we're going to the OpenSea unless we can get enough traction beforehand. Then we might just do it on our own. But the plan is to launch with them so they can get more eyes on us, finish off the project, and the roadmap. Matt and Dan are working like tirelessly on it now. They should have it up and running. We should have a date to that this week. That mint right now is completely shut off. You cannot mint.
Nice. So they're going to have their own roadmap. Will they be able to?
No, our roadmap's going to be the same.
Oh, you just adding the second.
We're just using them to promote, to get us out there, and to mint on their site. That's it.
Cool. So the new baddies that come out, they'll be able to get a minion just like the OGs and all that.
Everything will be the same,
except for
there'll be better rewards for the OGs. They'll be worth more.
Nice. And I did see the mutation lab. Is that up and running?
That's been up and running for quite some time and doing well. Guys are really enjoying what they've come up with.
I like that animation in the front at the very beginning of it. Yeah, see, that's how long I've been out of the loop. I think that's what it was. Last time Hotch was on, he was talking about the mutation lab was gonna.
I think him and I were both on with that.
Yep.
And that's what we talked about. So, with the staking side of things, if you look through the staking, am I able to share my screen at all?
Yeah, you just hit on the bottom. It'll say present, and then I can pull it up.
Where do I see the present?
It looks like a little computer screen with a plus sign in it, or share screen.
Oh yeah. Let me just bring it up. Now, do I have to bring it up inside of this?
You just hit what does it say? Share screen, and then it'll pop up on my side, and then I pull it up. Just whatever you're gonna show on screen, it's gonna show your whole desktop.
Oh, that's fine. I don't care.
Okay.
I got nothing that's worth hiding. All right, so
on OpenSea are the is the OG baddies collection? Oh, they already changed. Yeah, it says baddies OG collection. Cool. Yeah, I was gonna ask if you guys are gonna change the name, but it's already done.
Oh, I can't even bring it up right now because I don't have my. I just changed from the Chrome browser to the Edge browser to the Chrome browser, and I don't have my Cronos side set up on my wallet yet.
Oh, it's all
but
good.
If you go on to abyssisbay.com and go to look up the BAM collection, you'll see a bunch of BAM that's listed there right now.
Let's see here. Let's check it out. Oh yeah.
Those are all the mutated ones. If you scroll down, there's probably even some legendaries that are for sale already.
Now the legendaries, these are the this right here. This is a BAM legendary, right?
That's for the ETH side.
Okay, that's not the okay.
That's not BAM.
Yeah, these look really cool. So what's the advantage of mutating of getting a BAM, getting it mutated?
So the BAM was initially just supposed to be some art, but now they cost 100,000 Galaxy to mutate. And then when you mutate it, if you were to stake it, it only costs 25 Crow to stake instead of 75, and it's got a little bit of a higher yield.
Okay.
So it makes a little more. And like we're only at 50%, or sorry, 15 to 20% of our NFTs that are staked between the Lizzies, the OGs, your spaceships, Bad Bits, and the BAM. We're only at 15% of those collections is actually staked. And the crazy part is, if you started right at the beginning, I'm already at 280% of my revenue. I put in 75 Pro per NFT, and I'm up 280% is what I've made off of those.
I have just been staking my Bad Lizzies, and it is you guys are doing a great job on the returns there.
Right?
You know,
Like
yeah.
I was doing it for the first little while. I only staked like 25 NFTs. So that one right there, that 5555, that's a legendary.
A little Yoda looking one. That's cool.
Yeah,
These look
that
like
one was mutated. Same with the one, that Pharaoh one. That one was mutated as well.
Nice. Yeah, these are cool. And if somebody doesn't know in the chat, or you're tuning in, watching at a later time, how can they purchase the Galaxy token? And Galaxy is your guys' governing token, right?
Say that again. Sorry.
So if somebody's in the chat that doesn't know, or somebody watching at a later time, how can they purchase the Galaxy token?
Right now, the only way to purchase the Galaxy would be on our DEX, which is at galaxyswap.io. And it's glxyswap.io. Or you can go to baddaliens.io and go through the tabs, but that's there. And you can swap, I think, Crow, Thunder, or Briar token. Either one of those you have will swap for Galaxy.
Briar,
And
is that is this a new addition, or is Briar always?
No, so Briar came on there. They haven't put a whole lot of liquidity through it. Thunder jumped up and their liquidity jumped up, but I think they pulled a lot of their liquidity. We don't control what people do with theirs. Like, we're not looking to govern what they're doing. We have another token. The hell's his name? He ran the little kangaroo guys. Drew.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I know. The Joeys.
Yes. So we're in the middle of adding him to ours here right away. So his is going to be on there. I think they're launching the next couple of days. So and his token actually moves quite well. So he's been trying to get on with us for a while. We finally got that worked out. He's coming on with us. We don't require a lot like everybody else does. We don't control your token. We're just going to give you a platform to run it. And you do you. As long as it doesn't hurt us, we're going to let it go. Right? So the only way to get Galaxy right now, the easiest way is to do it with Crow.
Nice. And this Galaxy swap that you guys have, this is pretty much a one-stop shop when it comes to the NFTs and your guys' token, because you can purchase. Yeah, you can purchase the Galaxy here. You have pools. You have the NFTs, founder passes. You can mint the NFTs right here.
That needs to be updated. Bad Lizzies. So here's the crazy part. So Bad Lizzies are 125 Crow. They're not 200. We got it. Thank you for bringing that up, because we did update it here recently. So those are 125. And we've also set it up. I can't remember where the mint's at. It's a little higher than that. For every NFT that gets minted, we're giving 20% back to holders. So the 20% royalties go back to anybody, like to the amount of whatever you're holding, right? So one NFT selling is not going to be a whole lot of Crow, but if we had 100 or 200 of them sell, now we got something to distribute, right? Where it's going to start moving out. So when we start moving those, because like our secondary sales are moving like crazy lately. Between the OGs and the Bad Lizzies, we've been in the top 10 for trending on Abyssus for a few days now.
That's awesome.
Actually, 2 or 3 weeks, I think. We're not number one, but we're in the top 10 with both of them. So
that's quite the feat right there.
Absolutely. And so you can either mint one of those and get a whole bunch of a percentage of Crow coming back to all the holders, or you can turn around. Tex has a deal going on till the 26th, I believe, and he can comment if I'm right. But if you sweep an OG baby alien off the floor, he is going to send you a Bad Lizzie.
Oh, nice.
For every OG. I think there was 20 or 25 of them swept last night. I swept 5 of them, and he paid them all out. He got them all Lizzies. So
oh, that's a good deal. So you
it's
got to
an
go
incentive
sweet.
to sweep our floors too, right? And then
Yeah,
those
sweet. Get some
founders
OGs.
passes are still minting. We have a lot of other stuff coming on as far as the decks comes. There's more that's planned. It's a long ways out because we rushed and got this out so people knew that we were serious on getting this and we didn't want to be stagnant for too long. But we have a full decks. Like we're going to be another version of the MMF at the end of the day. We are looking at the full decks with staking and everything else like that. That is coming. It's just we're not there yet.
Yeah.
A lot of homework that's got to go into that because everything we've done, every step of the way, we want to make sure that our holders get value for what they're doing and nobody loses money.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
That has been our goal since the beginning. And it was unfortunate with the market dropping down, but anybody that's been in with bad since the beginning have made money, and a lot of it.
But yeah, I mean, this has the Cronos, the Ethereum side. You can get the BADDies. Well, this is stopped now because
Yeah,
you know the mint is stopped.
I'm really glad you brought that up. So I got a list of stuff we got to do.
And the Bad Bunnies,
those are still minting.
And Lucky Leopard, you got the.
You
even got the. You got the clownfish on there too.
We launched them.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
We were the ones that launched them.
Because I had some of the other ones, so I was getting them. I think if you held the founders, you were getting airdropped the clownfish. So I didn't mint them. I was curious where they.
I'm not sure exactly how that worked with his crow side to his ETH and everything else, how we worked it out. But yeah, we were the ones that actually our dev did all his work, and we're the ones that launched them.
And speaking of the team, how's the team doing? How's the Baby Alien Division team doing? Everybody doing good?
I know Tex has been distant lately because I think work's been kicking his butt the last little while, so he's been a little quiet. Dan had a lot of in real life stuff going on as far as helping a buddy of his with the wedding and stuff like that. I've taken on a bigger role as far as being the face, jumping out and doing all the talking and all the stuff on Twitter. I run the Twitter account as well as my own.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So either one of them you see, it's generally going to be me. Dan throws a stuff out every now and then with the bad, but it's mostly me.
And this is off Baby Alien Division. This is kind of a little side thing, but I looked at Hotch's Twitter, and he has a business going, Hotch Kiss Design.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know anything?
Because these guys like him and Matt do this as full-time work, they had to pick up some side jobs and stuff like that. And Dan, I won't speak on what he's doing. I know what he's doing in the background and stuff like that, but he's getting really, really good at some other stuff.
Okay.
Could jump into the bad world at some point, but right now he's doing it on his own. And he's doing some phenomenal things. Like I said, I won't speak out of turn on what he's doing in case he doesn't want to release yet. But I think
all I know is he's a great artist and he's got a lot of skills, and that's good to see. Yeah,
and he has a lot of fun. If you look at those legendaries up there, especially that one that you pulled up earlier.
Oh, this one, yeah.
Like, that one looks wicked. It really does. But he's got a few others that he posted up there that were just really well done.
Yeah, he does a great job.
I hold a legendary, so I'm like crossing my fingers I got the dragon one, right? Because I own a lot of dragons.
Oh yeah, you collect the dragon the dragon faction. Now you said
just over 90 of them right now. So
oh damn,
if I can get to 100 of them, I have a legendary, so I'm hoping if somebody else gets the dragon, I can at least trade them for it.
Yeah. Oh, you heard it here. Okay, so you were saying Tex has oh wait, I gotta say what's up. Chris Ortiz in the house. That's my brother. How you doing, bud? And you were saying if you sweep these ones right here on Ibiza Spec?
No, the Baby Alien Division, the original OGs.
Okay, the original OGs.
So the ones that these were mutated from
Oh, that one.
on the Crow side.
And that would be just
Just
the
baby alien.
baby aliens.
Should be all one word, I believe. Oh no, it's right there. Yeah, so if you sweep those, that's what you get the Lizzies from. And our floor was sitting at like 95 Crow last night.
It was what?
It was at 95 Crow last night is what the floor was at.
Damn, now it's at 135.
Yeah.
Chris Ortiz says, at the gym listening in, we'll get your workout on. And then when you're done working out, go check out Baby Alien Division, man. The NFTs.
I'm like a year away from being able to step back into a gym. I'm so upset.
You know, you really can't even call this an NFT project anymore. You guys are doing so much. You got the decks. You got what would you call this? What would you call this project? Like, what would you title it as?
We're building an empire, really, but it's
yeah.
a hell of an ecosystem that's going to wrap around. Like it's massive right now. We've had a few guys jump in from ETH that jumped into our. One of them came from the ATS, the Apes Together Are Strong. Big project on ETH. He jumped into the Bad faction in Altera. And just to jump in right before the whitelist and everything else, I decided to do a raffle every night. I had 120 or 130 baddies. I'm like, you know what? For every person that comes in, I will raffle off a baddie. So I was raffling off like 20 of them a night. And one of our guys ended up getting one from the ATS. Nice. So he hopped in. I told him, I said, you got to hop in our Discord and create a ticket and we'll get you taken care of. So we took care of him, got him a baddie because he's on the ETH side and everything else. And that's what I was handing out. And then he started looking at our Crow side and got really excited. So I do believe he owns a bunch of these now too.
Nice. Yeah, I did. I was in the. Oh, let me say what's Text Bez in the chat. What's going on, man? Appreciate you. We're just hanging out. And Tim Shea, what's going on? Appreciate you showing up, man. I was in the Discord and I noticed people were sweeping these the OGs, and I was like, I wonder what's going on. And I missed out that the floor was so low. Now it's at 135, but it's all good.
Yeah, I managed, like, as soon as Tex put that out, I'm like, well, I got sitting on like 700 Crow just sitting in my wallet. So I picked up a UFO and 5 more baby aliens.
And the UFOs are on.
Posted, like, when did this start? I'm like, hopefully now, because I just swept a bunch. And then there was guys sweeping 10 at a time after that. These are crazy. That floor's sitting at 105. When we're done with this whole ETH expansion and we come back to Crow, we have to do a Gen 2 on the Cronos chain. These right here, not only are they a cool animated art, but they are a mint pass for Gen 2. Now, the mint is not going to be 100 Crow, but yet if you buy a 100 Crow spaceship, you have this cool animated NFT, and it's a mint pass to the next generation that's coming on the Crow.
Wow.
Like these are slept on, and I don't understand it. I mean, granted, they were a free drop. Nobody had to mint these. So 100 Crow, I mean, is a fair price. When they first came out and things were booming, it was a 700 Crow floor. Right now, people are nervous and everything else and just get rid of them. I don't understand it. Like, if you believe in the project, you're going to be here. These are something I'd hang on to because they're going to be big later on. They were big already once. They're really cool to hold on to. They're going to be even bigger later.
Yeah, I did not know that they were a mint pass for the next generation on the Crow side.
Yep. So every one of those you own. So if you own 10 of them, you're getting 10 of the Gen 2s. That's just the way it's going to work.
And this is your guys's. This is the only animated NFT, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, they look really cool. I like it. So
we were playing with that when it was still new on Crow, and that was the first animated collection on Crow. Just think of what's going to come on ETH.
Oh, yeah. And then TextBed says you can also stake the spaceships while you wait for Gen 2. That's right. Let's see.
And we covered that too, right? Like your Lizzies, your OGs, your spaceships, your bad bits, and your BAM. Now, if you stake an OG, here's the thing that, like, what I did personally. I staked everything in the groups. So I staked all my spaceships because I had the least amount of those. And then I staked all my bad bits because I had the least amount of those. Then I staked all my Lizzies. And when I got to my Lizzies being staked, Then I started mutating my OGs. I didn't stake my OGs. I started mutating my OGs and staking those. So I still have like a bunch of OGs that I have to mutate. But as I mutate them, then I stake them, because you can either stake them for 75 Crow, or you can mutate them and stake them for 25, and you got a cooler piece of art. To me, it makes more sense, right? So that's what I did. I didn't stake any of my OG. So if you stake an OG, I would keep it there, because if it's already staked, don't lose that. But if you don't have it staked, wait, earn enough Galaxy, mutate it, then stake it for 25 Crow for a higher yield.
Yeah, because you would have to take it out, and I'm assuming you would still have to pay the Crow.
You would lose that 75 Crow, and then you got to pay another 25 to go in. So if it's already staked as an OG, my suggestion to you, unless you're paying attention and you've made your ROI back and you're comfortable with it, I would leave it there.
Yeah,
that's my thoughts on it. Like, before, it made sense to just mutate your stuff and everything else, but Galaxies got expensive. It used to be like 40, 50 Crow got you 100,000. Now it's 200 Crow gets you 100,000. Like,
yeah. Now these are the bad bits. This is one of the collections I haven't. I don't have any in my wallet yet. I'm gonna have to.
This is another free drop.
And the bad bits was a free drop.
Yeah, a free drop. Nobody paid for these. So in order to get these, if you're not buying them on secondary, which there's a couple more green jellies there I'm going to have to grab. If you're not buying it on secondary, the only way to get one is to mint a Founder's Pass. That's the only way to get the bad bit.
And the Founder's Pass
dropped to you for free.
And the Founder's Pass, for the people that are in the chat that don't know, they can get it from the Galaxy Swap, right?
Yeah, well, you can get it from BADDies.io. Like, everything's kind of intertwined together, so you can get from one space to the other. It's all there.
So these right here are the bad Founders Pass. For anybody who's curious, you just go to the Galaxy Swap .io, go under the NFTs.
Yeah,
boom,
and right now, as it stands, if you were to get a Founders Pass, if you were to mint one, you can claim a free Lizzie, you get a bad bit drop to you, and you get a baddie drop to you for free, just for minting one of those. Because the idea behind the Founders Pass is you get the 10% of every revenue or anything bad does gets divided out to the Founders Pass holders. We've already got a claim site set up. So if it's on ETH, they convert the ETH over to Crow. Tech set up a page where you can go claim the Crow that's attached to each Founders Pass. On top of that, they get whitelisted. So BADDies they started minting. 3 weeks before that, the Founders Passes got to mint early. Right, we decided to just kick it open at the beginning of October and let them mint, and then 24th we opened it up to everybody else. They also, the Founders Pass, get a free drop, so you can buy a Founders Pass and never have to mint anything else. And you'll always get one of each collection that we come out with, always.
Nice.
Right, and then on top of that, everything, and Bad does a stupid amount of drops. Like, it doesn't even matter what we're doing. Apparently, just something goes out at some point. We haven't done it lately just because things have been slow. But when things are moving, they just like to give stuff away.
Yeah. And speaking of that, the holiday baddies, the Christmas baddies, you don't have to you don't have to say anything if you can't talk about it. But are there plans for them in the future?
Yep, absolutely. So holding the holiday baddies, those are the only ones that are ever going to come out. And the reason we don't call them Christmas baddies, because that's what they were when they came out.
Holiday baddie. Okay.
Yeah, they call them holiday because we're going to be able to change them up and get them to, like, say, Easter. Right? We're going to play with them.
Okay.
Dan left them open to be able to change them. So you may wake up one morning and have an Easter one, right?
Oh, nice.
Something different, something you have fun with.
Yeah, that's really cool. And
that actually posted that down there lately. What they've been doing is there's been giveaways and stuff like that specific for the VIPs. Like, we'll be given, we've been making partnerships and stuff like that between different projects. And I think he just did one where he gave away a bunch of Croots and Lizzies to the community and stuff like that, but half of it was to the public, the other half was just to the VIPs. So it kept it to a smaller group of people, right?
Yeah.
And different stuff like that's been going on.
Yeah, and that's what Texas put in the chat right here. VIPs also have special giveaways.
Yeah, he just did one here recently, and he had to catch up on everything.
D107 said LFO babies or UFO babies, and Halloween. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Halloween. I can just imagine those
later on, right? Like, and Dan, he's just creative. I like when he was doing the Christmas ones. I remember being in our founders chat with Darren, like Legend. At the time, we were just going through some of the Christmas ones, and Dan, you can tell he was having fun with it, right? And that's what it's supposed to be about.
And he probably doesn't do it anymore because he's busy. But back in the day, he used to in Discord, he would just create these the OGs on live, right? Because he did it on my channel. It's super cool to watch him just start coming up with these
really
different ideas
for you on your channel.
Oh yeah, I got like 3 or 4 of them. I got some. I'm never getting rid of those PFPs. Those are awesome. I like to show them off.
So, and if we can do right by the baddies and get things going, he will be back to bad full time and doing his little bit stuff. But I mean, he might get back to that when we come to the Gen 2s and all that other stuff, right? Like Dan enjoys that. He enjoys interacting with people, talking to everybody and everything else. He enjoys it. But art is where his he used to stream in Discord while he was designing the baby aliens before they even dropped. He would just stream there and he was putting them together. So you wouldn't see the finished product, but you can see that he was putting the baby aliens together. And then he started doing the same thing with the baddies when they were coming out.
Yeah. Now let's see. We got the roadmap's going to be updated. How's the Discord going? I've seen it's grown.
It's growing. We got some new people in. Things are starting to move a little more, but it was pretty slow at first. I think everybody was just kind of taking a break after the holiday, but it's starting to pick back up. One morning we woke up and we went from like 13 or 1400 to 1700 pretty quick. And with the different steps we're going to be taking over the next little while, I can see that exploding a bit.
So, well, on top of that, you also had Tex. He was running games, and I remember jumping on and playing some kind of cart game, and the community was all together. That was for the holidays. That was pretty cool. Oh, and the holiday giveaways you guys had was the 12. Was it 12 days of
12 days holidays? Of Christmas. Yep. And we were
those were awesome.
Yeah, 2 movie nights where Legend the one time just did a movie night. I think we watched Harold Kumar's Christmas or whatever, and 2 people got
that's a great movie.
He just took the random people that were in there and gifted them dinner that night. So told them order pizza and everything else and send them the receipt, and he sent them the money and paid for their. It was like dinner and a movie, right? Did that. And
that's
we were
cool.
here the second time, but we're getting too close to Christmas and not a lot of people were interested. It was getting closer to family time and everything else, so we kind of understood that. But learning curve for next year, we'll start it on the first kind of thing and be able to run it a little and actually be more interactive with it.
Oh, that's super cool. Now I remember seeing the what is it called? The bunnies?
Bad Bunnies, yeah.
The Bad Bunnies. Okay, so what was that the Bad Bunnies all about?
So initially the whole idea behind that was there was another project, BTFD, it's the Board to Fucking Death Rapids, right? We were working really close with them and everything else, and the leader of that one was talking with Legend. They decided to do a collab piece where they can merge the 2 together. So you got your baby alien versus a bunny. That's what you got. And it was a fun little PFP project. It didn't really go anywhere. But that's all it was a PFP project. And the idea behind it was if you owned one of each, a baby alien or a baddie and a BTFD, you got to claim one of these for free. Now, they're minting at 0.0022. They're not expensive to mint to begin with. And they're because we own them, technically, there may be plans in the future. The Bad has a nasty habit of just doing whatever the hell we feel like it with whatever collection and just whole things like if we have staking, we may introduce these guys into it. Who knows, right? I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but we have a hard time leaving a collection out there and doing nothing with it. So
Yeah,
it's a possibility.
when you guys collab with projects, it's awesome. There was another project where the baby aliens were on different vehicles. I seen tanks, I seen Harleys.
We'll do that. So right now, Ape Rides, they're another project that are. It's really cool what they did. But
they have a Twitter. Is it Ape Rides?
Yeah, Ape Rides.
I'm following.
Yep, that's it. And I do believe some of the pictures are going to show baddies on it. Some of them look like they were specifically designed for baddies. Yeah,
I seen a couple with they were on a tank, and it did look like, and I think I've even seen like a UFO.
Well, and there's one that's like spider legs and stuff like that.
That's what it was.
Pretty sick, and it looks like that baby alien was designed to be on it. But yeah, so they designed them specifically for apes, and then BTFD got the rabbits on there, and it was like a week or two later we were on there as well. So if you buy an ape ride and you have a baddie, or if you have an ape ride and you buy a baddie, you can put your baddie on that ape ride. They actually have a body for it.
Is it on their website or something? You just
the J Kutu's got a bunch of them. I know there's a few other of our guys that have a bunch of them.
Cool. I'm just scrolling down to see if there's any pictures of the baddies on there.
Oh, they post so much with all their different partners that they're getting in with, right? So
I'm assuming this is probably all the different
yeah
partners that they have right now.
I think they're at 180,000 PFPs can go on there, and they've only got like 5,000 rides.
Yeah, that's really cool.
As they mint out, they're going to be worth something too, because you can only get so many rides for the PFPs that are out there.
Yeah. So, like I'm saying, when you guys partner with the project, I love it because it's cool. It's cool to see.
It's nice because we partner with projects that aren't going anywhere, that are going to be here long term, and we're not going anywhere either.
Yeah, and then the Altera. Am I saying it right? Is it Altera? Altera.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one looks cool too. The
PFP, I'm very interested. That's going to be a long term hold. If you're into gaming and stuff like that, I mean, it's worth it because the games there. I was a big fan of World of Warcraft. And
were you?
Yeah.
Oh, so was I, man. I almost got divorced over that game.
I was in a Twitter space or something like that. And these guys were talking about old games. And they kept labeling off like World of Warcraft as an old game. Like, you guys don't understand. I'm playing Warcraft 1 right now. Like,
yeah.
And then I had StarCraft in the background. And like, you guys want to talk old games? I played those. I was the loser that had all the different.
Yeah, I really got hooked on that game. I had to take a break. The wife's like, "Yeah, it's time to take a break. Kids are hungry." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, that's fair, but think about it. Like, if you get into Altera and like 2 years down the road, they get this game running and everything else is similar to that. What are you going to do when your wife catches you playing it and everything else? You're like, "But honey, I'm making money right now. Like, our shop is selling armor and it's making money." Like,
well, that's different. I mean, I can always justify that. Yeah. We do have a question. D107 says, "What's happening with the Ickers?"
The Icker is still in play. The roadmap will be kicked out for the baddies here shortly, and when we send those baddies out on those adventures, you're still going to be able to use that Icker to be able to burn that minion onto your NFT. Right now, they just look like a little blob, but there is a plan for them. Always has been a plan for them. We're getting closer. Like, I think people don't understand. Dan, for one, is very, very picky. He will not let anything go half-ass, right? Like, it's got to be 100% his best. And this roadmap has so many details to it that they're not going to let it go just to throw it together. They're going to want that visual to go with it. And there's a lot of work that goes behind that. Dan's got to do a crazy amount of art. There's one hell of a section in the website that has to be designed for that. and Matt's got to be able to code it all, right? Like this isn't just a, hey, we're going to slap this together, it'll be ready tomorrow. Like there's a lot of work that goes behind this, and we've only got one artist, and we've only got one dev, so it's going to take a minute.
Yeah, that's a ton of work behind the scenes. And what's cool about it, what I appreciate about Baby Alien Division is it's a ton of work. I can't even imagine how much work it is, but you guys make it look easy. So when it looks like, oh, that's cool. That's because you guys have so much coming out. It looks easy, but people don't know how much work is going on behind the scenes.
We do have a pretty good team. So Dan's the artist, and he was trying to be the face of it. I've taken that away from him, so I'm doing all the in person, the face in the front of it. Tex has been really, really working hard at taking some of that tech work off of like the easier stuff off of Matt. So it's been able to relieve him on some things. Like there was a few things that came out, and it was just a matter of some tweaks to it, and Tex picked up on it pretty quick, and he jumped in there, and he was the one that was able to put it together for us just to get it out quick. So Matt didn't have to spend the time on that, right? Like he didn't have to take away from what he was doing to do something simple when Tex was able to. So we do have like a very versed team, and we have a couple others in our mods that are very good at, between running Discord and dealing with some other stuff. Like the team works really well together.
Yeah, and it shows. It shows with the whole project. It's just fun. And I've been seeing. Oh, there's my they had the Chris drawing contest or coloring contest. That's my Smurf right there.
I think you won with that one, didn't you?
Yeah. This was the one I won with. That's cool. But stuff like that, that you guys make it fun. You guys make it interesting. And
well, at the end of the day, like everybody's here, and I don't care what anybody says. If you're here investing in NFTs or crypto, you're here to make money. But you have to have fun doing it. If you don't have fun, an NFT project isn't worth it.
Now, so do you guys have a set day for Twitter Spaces? Do you guys do Twitter Spaces every week? I
was doing it before, where I was doing breakfast with Bad in the morning, and then I did my Wednesday space. Once we get everything rolling, because I'm doing everything as far as getting onto OpenSea and doing all that work, so it's taking a lot of my time.
Oh, you're doing that too?
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Dan's focusing on finishing the legendaries and the roadmap, and I don't want to take away from that. So I've taken on. I'm going to jump on OpenSea, and I'm the one that submitted everything. He's going to give me anything I need for graphics and banners. They're updating everything. Him and Matt are doing a lot of work on the back end for that. And then when I'm at the point where I need to submit all that to OpenSea to get everything going, he's going to give it to me so I can deal with it.
Yeah. So, and there's just a lot of cool stuff. It's the little things that I think is cool. Like, and it's not a little thing. I know a lot of work went into it, but like on the extras here, you connect your wallet. If you have BADDies, it'll like generate a banner for you. Yep. And then you can just put that banner on your Twitter or whatever. That's neat. Plan,
like when they can finish this up and they have the time to be able to have some fun with it. Like everybody's got these NFTs and stuff like that where they can add like a good morning thing to it and stuff like that, right? But people are doing that themselves. We are actually going to design it. So little stuff like that's going to be on the site. If you want it, you can select it. It'll add it to your baddie as a PFP kind of thing. It's not going to give it to you as an NFT, but you'll be able to save you'll be able to right click save whatever it gives you. Like they're looking at all kinds of stuff like that, like good mornings and all that, because everybody seems to be big into it lately, so they're gonna have some fun with it.
Yeah. One sec. My wife had to let me know that my son's girlfriend's going to come over visit to be presentable when I walk out of the room. I was like,
That's all right. I got my daughter's boyfriend. I was told to be nice.
Yeah. So you have a mutate and unmutate. Why would you want to unmutate it? Just if you didn't like the way that it looked?
And that's just it. Like some people decide they want back to it. They're given the option to, and we did that because some people asked, right? It wasn't that we wanted to. It's either you mutate it or you don't. But everybody's like, well, what happens if I want to keep my OG? Well, you can get it back if you want it.
Oh, okay.
And that's the way we played it. Like So when you mutate something, it doesn't change your rarity. It doesn't change anything. It just basically takes every trait you had and gives it something else.
Nice. Yeah, you guys got so much going on. I can't wait for the adventure part of it, because when Hotch was on, he did show us a little bit of the animations. It's not going to be just a simple, you get from point A to point B. There's animations. It's a story. He's using his D&D background, and that's really cool.
Stops around those adventures, right? Like it's going to be an interactive gamified NFT. Like we're not going to be an actual game, but you're going to be able to go down the path of one, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any information on what the journal and the barracks section is going to be? Is that something you can talk about or know about?
The journal, no, I can't.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. That wasn't up there a long time ago. But the barracks, at some point, we got to equip these baddies with weapons, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's gonna be
the
like
eventual end game is still going to be ETH goes to war against Crow.
Nice. So, and it's slowly getting there.
It's coming together. Like you can start to see it. So it's
it's really cool, man.
What's going to pull it together is when we get the Gen 2 on Cronos. Everybody's going to be like, okay, now you can picture it, right?
Hey, show Daffy in the house. He said these are sick as fuck. They are. These are some badass NFTs. This is one of my top NFT projects that I am invested in. I really like these guys.
Well, I appreciate that.
And shout out to Shodafi. That's my cousin. I'm gonna have a family reunion on stream today. So anything else that we missed? Any alpha that you might want to let slip on accident? It's just me and you.
Well, I know it's not just me and you, but I think the biggest thing to be watching for is the BADDies. That's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a big thing. If you haven't gotten into the OG side of things, you're going to want to be in there. The floor is extremely low. I'm not sure why, but when that low part of that floor goes, it climbs quick. Right? There's a lot of guys that decide to dump things on the floor for $7 or $8. But once that all gets cleared out, the floor goes from 7 or 8 to 15 to 30 to 50 really, really fast. And you can't get any more of those. What's on the floor is what's there. Right? And then when we get the new mint coming out, it is going to go for 0.025. It's going to be on OpenSea itself. I've done my homework on what things are going. If we can get the set right, I don't plan on being there for more than 48 hours. So
cool, man. And once again, this on the Beast Bay, after the stream, I'll put all the links to every single one. I think I'll link every single collection. I'll put it down in the bottom. If anybody's interested, just click that link. I'll take you right to Beast Bay, and you can get yourself an OG. Or this is a BAM. The BAMs right here.
I was going to say, good luck on linking all the different collections.
I know there's so many. I'll just look out because I was thinking about it in my head. I was like, God, you guys got so many collections.
There's baby aliens. There is the spaceships. There is the Bad Lizzies. There is the BAM. There's the Founders Passes. That's all on Crow. And then there's the Moon Lizzies. There's the Icker. There's the BADDies on Ethereum.
I forgot about the Moon Lizzies. Is anything going on with the Moon Lizzies?
Not right now. Again, we acquired the Bad Lizzies, the Bad Lizzies. They were the original Cronos lizards. We saved them from Ruggin. We've given a ton of utility back to them yet. We haven't even touched the roadmap yet, which is kind of crazy. And
okay, yeah. So that was the. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
A lot of people liked the pixelated art that it was initially. We didn't, so we refined everything and did it with straight lines and everything else. So the art that you see now with the Bad Lizzies, people wanted that pixelated art. So what we did was it was a 4,500 piece collection between three of them. There was Cronos 1, 2, and then the space ones or whatever. We decided to take those 4,500. We took all of the traits, generated them to a 10,000 piece collection, and gave it to the community for free. So go ahead and mint it. And it was crazy because at one point they were $10, $12 an NFT. I have 100 of them.
Yeah, I don't know how many I have. Yeah.
But I should have sold them at that point and just bought back in at the bottom, but I didn't. And again, that's something else. If we go into it later, we may tie it in because it's another project that we own. Right? So it was a free collection to our holders. And like everybody talks about how many collections we have. Well, if you do the math on that, Baby Aliens was 333 crow to mint. It was 3,333 piece collection. So that was an actual paid mint. UFOs were free. Bad Lizzie's 65% of it went for free.
Mm-hmm.
And then we minted out the last little bit and everything else. And lately, we've been giving most of them away for free. The bad bits were free. The founders passes, they're an expensive mint. They're 2,500 crow. That covers the crow side, but most of those collections were for free, right?
Yeah.
When you go to the east side, the Moon Lizzies were free. The Icker were basically free. The Baddies, they were a paid mint. We gave a bunch of them away for free, but those came with the Christmas or the holiday Baddies that were free. The Frost that were free. Like we're giving away a ton of stuff with this project. It's been,
I believe the Frosties were just airdropped, right?
yeah, he woke up. If you had a specific trade on one of the days, of 12 days of Christmas, you woke up with a Frosty.
Yeah, when
one of those check your wallet. We didn't. Well, we knew it was coming because we're part of the team, but there was people that didn't even know it was coming.
I guess I didn't know it was coming because when I seen them in my wallet. I thought it was my computer was messing up, and I thought it was just zoomed in on my ones that I had. I was like, "What the hell's going on with my NFTs?"
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, it was crazy because like got to claim and everything else, and I've hindsight the way gas was set up. I have a ridiculous amount of baddies. I should have just paid the $120 it cost in gas and gotten all my Christmas baddies, but I was doing them one at a time. It ended up costing me that much anyways, but I ended up with like I think I stopped at like 65 or 70 of them or something like that, right? And then I decided all the Christmas holidays I was giving away baddies. I would let them know that I'm going to give this away, and it still has the Christmas baddie that you can claim with it, right? So I'm giving one away that you can possibly get two.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Tex, if you're still here, I'll make you a mod. That way you can drop that link in the chat, and then everybody can just click on it and check it out. Now, in the Discord, I see you guys run weekly Rumble. Your Discord, by the way, it's fun to be in, fun to be part of. Now you guys run
tightening it up right now too.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, we are tightening it up because we are expecting a big influx, and we want everybody together. We don't want everybody spread out. But
okay.
I decided a little while ago just to try and kick things up. So if you hop in our Discord right now, verify Discord, and you can scroll all the way down to the bottom or halfway down or whatever, and go to the daily Rumble and the weekly Rumble. The daily Rumble right now, I run it every morning. There's times that I tried to run it at 8 a.m. Mountain Time because that's the time zone I'm in. It rarely gets started at that time. Like I'm usually late, but that is for a Bad Lizzie, and I run that every day. And then the weekly one, I run it every Sunday for a baddie, and that gets run. They go up a little bit, right there, daily and weekly, right at the top.
My Discord is a mess. I've got so many projects on here. At the top, you said? Oh, right here, Daily Rumble. Okay, and now what do they get for the daily Rumble?
You click on, all you gotta do is click on that little emoji and everything else, and tomorrow morning when I run it, the winner gets a Bad Lizzie.
Okay, nice. And then the weekly
on an emoji, and then on the weekly one, same thing. It's a baddie, and it's once a week.
Cool. Yeah, the giveaways that you guys do, you guys always giving back to the community. That I think that's really cool.
And then I did it once, and I know Tex was a little nervous, but I ran Rumble. I decided I picked a Saturday when everybody was around. I said, you know what? Let's just hop in Rumble, and I ran 10 or 12 of them in a row, and just hammered it out. And we had like 50, 60 people in there. And then I have one of our other members, actually Salty Laser he works closely with the Reef Pets. He decided to give out a bunch of the clownfish. So anybody that was winning a Bad Lizzie also got one of their clownfish.
Oh, nice.
Sending them out. It got to the point where he's like, can you just tell me how many I'm sending out to? So everybody that created a ticket, I made sure that he got their address too, and they got dropped a clownfish.
Man, you guys are busy. Rafael Santos says, "Good day, guys." Well, welcome, Rafael. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. So we're pushing an hour. That flew by. Especially for me because I love getting information on this. And me being having different projects on all the time, it's hard for me to keep up with a particular one. And so it's good when I have you guys on, I can catch up because my questions are genuinely like I'm asking for myself because I'm not sure.
Well, so I'm pretty easy, and I'm going to make myself available to pretty much everyone. I'm going to start running the breakfast with Bad every morning again as soon as things slow down for me on the open sea side of things. Once I get that rolling and everything else, I'm going to dedicate time to spaces again. And then in the evenings, I have to stay up till midnight anyways because I'm on
Mhm.
specific medications and I have to wait till midnight to take my next set. And I'm not waking
Yeah.
up twice in the night to do that. So what I stay up till late anyway, so I'm gonna start running a night space as well. But
Oh, nice.
during the day, I'm gonna leave myself open to any other spaces or anything else we get invited to or whatever. I'm gonna make sure I'm there. I'm not gonna miss anything.
Cool.
And we're
That's
gonna
good. That's
run
good to hear, man.
I'm gonna run
You
it
guys,
24/7. I have one that actually asked me that said, "Can you hop on?" I think it was like at noon UTC. That's like 4 o'clock in the morning here. I'm like, you know what? Give me some planning, and I will be there for it. Like I got, it is what it is. It's not gonna happen every day, but if I got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to do the space at 4, I will. I'll
yeah.
make it happen. Like
And
I'm
I'm
here
I'm
for it.
sure I'm sure I've told you this before. I know I've sure I've told Tex and everybody else, but I'm sure I told you you can anytime you need anything on the YouTube side of it, I'm just a DM away. We'll set something up with them, no matter what it is, because
Oh, that's how we got here
since
today,
since
right?
the beginning, yeah, since the beginning of my channel, there's certain projects that I've just, it's been constant. You guys have been one of them, so you guys always have my support 100%.
Well, I
H,
appreciate that, and like I said, my bad on the not subscribe to you the first time. Like
oh
it's a
yeah,
flip
no,
my
no
way,
worries.
and it's weird because I've always been on my phone every time I'm on your show, and I'm trying to balance it with the charging
Hmm.
cord and stuff like that. I've got a computer set up with two screens and everything else going on, and like I can do
Yeah,
this in my basement now. Like, it's really cool. I mean, there's a lot of times I've been spending a lot, and I mean a lot of time in the hospitals lately.
yeah.
There's, I'll still hop on a space. I'll stop. I don't care if I'm laying in a hospital bed. I might be high, but I'll
Hmm.
be there. Like,
might be singing a little bit.
yeah.
Rafael Santos, no updates on this stream, but I'll be putting out a video. So if you stay tuned, a H bar video will be coming out. Appreciate you being here. And thanks, Dot. Cool, cool. Yeah, man. And on, I don't want to keep you too long. I know you're a busy man. Uh, it's been a great stream, and like I said, anytime you want to come back, you guys are always welcome. I'm definitely gonna try to keep more tabs and stay up to date so I can do my own videos. And the reason I haven't put out any just my own videos because I was like, I don't want to put out the wrong content. I don't want to say
Well,
nothing
it's
wrong,
crazy because even there was some conversation. Like Tech's been busy with work, and Dan and I have been working in the background. I'm on the phone with Legend every day and stuff like that. And then I put a whole bunch of stuff out in our like founders and directors chat and everything else. And as
Uh,
we're going through, we even had to catch Tex up on it today because like we were so far down the chat and he missed it. Like
yeah,
so, I get it. Like we literally this was one of those emergency. We need to make a decision. We need to find a different route. Like this NFT world. You have to get creative with how you're going to move things. And it was
hmm,
one of those we need to make a decision. We need to make it yesterday kind of thing. So I was on the
yeah,
phone with Legend one day. I said, "This is what I want to lay out. This is what I've been doing my homework over the last 2 or 3 weeks. This is what I see that could help us launch this moving forward." Darren's like, "I'm busy tomorrow. Tell Dan." So I hopped in,
yeah.
and Dex couldn't make it because he was busy working and stuff like that. And real life has to come first. He's got to pay his bills. I get it, 100%.
Oh yeah.
We'll catch
Hmm.
him up later. But Dan hopped in there and everything else. I laid everything out for him, and he's like, "You know what? Let's do it." As we were on the call, shut off the mint. It was at 3,500 exactly. Done. Let's make it happen. And what do we need? I'm like, yesterday was family day in Canada, so we spent a lot of our time with our family and stuff like that. But after that call and everything, I went and spent time with the wife. This morning, I got up early, went to physio, got home, straight to my computer, and right on the OpenSea's page. I'm like, let's launch this. Let's get it ready to go.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, you guys are. And it shows. It's a solid. You guys got a solid team going on, and that's why. You know, that's why, and it shows in the NFTs. That's why I like this project so much.
Well, appreciate it. It's a lot of work that goes into it. You know that.
Oh yeah. Well, really, I don't know exactly, but I assume it's a lot of damn work because some of the stuff you guys do, I'm thinking about it, like, damn, they did that pretty quick. I know there's a lot that goes into it.
Oh, there's quite a bit.
Yeah. Next Twitter space. Do you have anything coming up? Anything that you'd like to shield before?
I'm gonna try and get everything together in the next day or two. We're gonna do a big space. I'm gonna try to get Darren, Dan. Hopefully, Tex can be on there too. Maybe we'll plan it for Friday night kind of thing. We need to make it known that everything's finalized, everything's ready to go. This is what we're shooting for. I want exact dates. I want everything. I want to be able to announce that the legendaries are out, that people can go refresh for that and get it done. I want a date set for the roadmap so I can turn around and say, hey, 3.5 weeks from now, this is when it's happening. And I want that mint date set in stone. And I've already said it. If I can make it work and everything else and OpenSea can't, we're doing it March 10th. That's my plan.
Cool. Hell yeah, man. Dude, I'm digging the passion, dude. You're making, that's cool. You got me pumped.
So I'm waiting on surgery. It's probably going to be 6 months out before I get surgery. I'm looking at 6 months of recovery. I'm at home. I'm on disability. I can't do anything else. My wife works upstairs at home. She's got her office set up. She works in the metaverse doing whatever she does. I got my office set up downstairs and everything else. And if I can get it set between my trading and everything else I'm doing, that I can sustain myself without going back to work, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I'm going to enjoy this. Man. And I'm doing a lot of trading. I'm doing well with it. I'm almost at the point now where I've replaced my wage just being home. So if I can keep doing that, I'm going to.
Wow. Good for you. Good for you. That's great. That's great to hear. Not me. Not me. I'm not doing that well in my trading. Not right now.
It's taken a lot of work. I'm reading a lot of books. I'm reading like candlestick Bibles and stuff like that. And I've gotten the hang of it a bit. It's smaller swings right now because crypto's not doing so well. But it's learning to be smart about your trades and stuff like that and taking small wins. And I've learned to not chase the candle. I get to my percentage and I'm out. I don't look at it again for the rest of the day. And it's done me well. For the first little while, it didn't look like I was making a whole lot. Now it's starting to where, I'm making 100, 120 bucks a day.
Yeah. See, I just don't have the time I would like to do some swing trading, but I'm more of just a long-term investor, and I do take advantage and take
swing
profits.
Trading and day trading is an art in its own, and it's not for everyone. Yes, I do.
Nice. Cool, man. Well, appreciate you showing up, man. It was a great stream. I got a lot of good information. Hopefully everybody out there got some really good information, stayed up to date. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And that's pretty much it, man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you having us on here.
Yeah, anytime. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and sign out. You guys all have a good one. Make sure you go to the Discord. All the links will be down in the description. Go check out Baby Alien Division. You guys have a good one.
Yeah, you're not going to want to miss out. Thanks again for having us.
All right, see you later.
Chaka Crypto, you're entering the Chaka verse. Chaka Crypto, welcome to the Chaka verse. Chaka Crypto, you're entering the Chaka verse.